So, Jasmine, IT industry again, it is a combination of men and women both working in a similar level of efforts. So, what you have seen in the past, like what are all the aspects which is faced by women in an IT industry, and what were the reasons behind losing job from a women, and what are the various aspects which needs to be prepared by an IT employee? Those kind of things you can give your perspective.
So, first of all, as I will say, always say in IT, it doesn't matter it's men or women. Being into the manager position, I never this kind of biasism that it's whether it's a man or woman. For me, both are equal, because it's like a very bad perspective in the market that it's a woman, so we do not like entertain or we cannot hire that person. It's nothing like that. If I will give you my own personal example, when I started my career, I choose to be a DBA. People who are listening me who are from IT background, they definitely understand the database was a boys oriented field. And I said, I want to have that job. I will take that job. That was my attitude back in 2009 when the recession hit. I got my first job. I was working as a production database engineer in Mumbai. So I was handling 32 clients as a fresher that moment. So IT career does not define that you are men and women. If you have a right skill, you will definitely get the job. It's our own limited mindset. I believe so. So people who really want to work in IT, they have to firstly open mind. They have to set the things. We want to go into IT. We need this kind of right skill set. Then we will get hired. Right. So that's the thing. And if you, as you asked me the question, how they are, because even when I was like recruiting in my company in a gaming sector, I always prefer girls as well, because girls are the better persons in few cases. They are very sincere as comparatively boys. So with me, it's always like a case. When I was working as an engineer, as a DBA, we went to a site where we need to handle up the servers. We need to like put them in a rack. My boss was always like, when boys was like, okay, nahi, Jasmine, you please leave the things aside. We will keep it up, the servers, because that is 1,000 kgs, 100 of kgs. So my boss is like, why don't she? Don't compare that she's lesser than anybody else. She will do whatever you guys are doing. So I guess this is our leader's duty. We should not do the biases. We should not judge the person by its gender. So that is the best thing. If we talk about the layoff, even in today's IT, we are lacking the girls, and we definitely promoting the girls to be part of our industry, because it really gives a good environment if you have a balance between both boys and the girls. But we should understand another part as well. If you are going and getting some job now, we don't say that, okay, we are girls, we cannot pull this thing up, we cannot do these things. You are competing. You have to prove yourself. Being into your job, you need to understand that is your duty and you have to fulfill. Then why you are saying this boys and girls attitude?
Got it. The second question I have is like, apart from tech skills, of course, when we are recruiting an IT professional, we look at the kind of programming, the tools they have, those kind of things we recruit. We recruit a Java developer, software testing, whatnot. Okay. But the soft skills, the official environment comes with a different expectation on communication part with the stakeholders, requirement gathering, collaborating with the team and working. Do you think that element is missing from the younger generation, where they lack the soft skills and more focused towards hard skills of IT, and lacking communication between the stakeholders, clients, and don't even know, certain candidates don't even know how to speak to the clients or how to email the clients, everything that happens we can see. So is it that something lacking with the IT professionals?
Yeah, it's a very good question actually, JS. you said exactly the right statement, which I was about to tell to the candidates over here who are going to listen. We really need this thing, these kind of skills, soft skills, especially the communication, right? Right attitude really matters, because when you talk about now, you can teach a person a skill if he or she is shorten of some skills, but if that person does not have a right way to communicate, then how you can train that person? That's a problem. You can take one example. What happened when I was in this gaming, lastly associated with the gaming industry, I got one person. He said, no, I know everything. I know, I can do it. After 2 or 3 weeks, when I go and check the status, the person is laying with the same stuff. And again, he's doing the same blunder things. So that's the thing youngsters has to understand. Today, you have a goal. Your leaders know you better than you. We know when the candidate is coming to us now, we understand that person has what kind of skills, how we can take that person ahead. So it's our duty. So, but first thing matter is attitude. Are they ready to learn? Are they ready to grow themselves? So if they come up with this kind of attitude, they can survive into any industry, whether it's a sales, whether it's IT, non-IT, that doesn't matter at all. So that's my advice. So definitely they should learn and focus on soft skills.
Okay, so you said you were working as a project manager and you were hiring people. So when you were hiring, what are all the various checklists you had that you wanted, okay, only this person will fit into that job? And what were the things which you found lacking in many of the candidates? Especially you can tell what are the major checkpoints, checklist you have, you wanted them to have so that you hire them.
Okay, fine. Firstly, there was a tech round. So in that tech round, technical person always take an interview. They can give them a skills. They can ask a question. They can give me, ma'am, okay, that person is lacking this and all. I never judge that person. When I go and take that interview, I just take it for 15 minutes. I ask a very simple questions. I just need to check their attitude, whether they can fit in my company or not. I'm basically checking if I will tell that person to do certain things, are that person is ready or not? That is my thing. Second, how if that person is always saying, I can do this thing. I know what I need to do. That I or that me makes the person, okay, I won't going to hire that person, because that person is already full of me. So we cannot hire. Right? Okay. That is a thing. That person cannot collaborate with the other team members.
Okay.
So that's a major thing people has to understand. We cannot grow as an individual. Definitely in company, you will get the growth in terms of individual performance. But if a company and organization has to grow, we need a teamwork. We don't need individuals. So lacking of team spirit is one of the main thing that person I'm looking forward for. That is my basic thing, when I'm hiring.
Mm-hmm. So the point taken is, one is the culture fitment, which you see on what is a realistic culture and how the diversified people are there in a team. Because when a new guy after completing his graduation, when he is coming to an organization, he gets a lot of surprises, because during his college or school, he could have met only uniformed people, like his same age group or same language kind of a people, all that. But when it comes to an organization, he might see people from different geography, different languages, different age group, those kind of things, which will be very, very shocking. So how do you think, this will happen only over a period of time? No, when I start interacting with the people only, I'll get an idea on how I have to collaborate and work and all that. So how do you think this kind of aspect needs to be prepared, or what kind of preparation they have to make so that they can fit into the culture and teamwork?
First of all, GS, it's very, we are lucky enough if we are getting different people around us. The people are from different geography. That where the spirit of brotherhood comes, and we'll start learning. We will start adapting each other's culture. So that is like the one of the best fit if you are getting sued. If you taken my example, I worked with the Southeast Asian companies where I worked with the Cambodian people, Sri Lankan, we are people from the Bangladesh, Pakistan, Afghanistan. So crowd is there. They all have their different mindset, and we learn to adjust with each and every person. That's where our learning starts. So we should not get like, okay, why we are like getting frightened about from this kind of things. We should like, okay, we are going to learn. If we will get that kind of attitude now, when we are as a fresher, we are going somewhere, our attitude should be like this way only, that we are going to learn new things, we are going to meet new people, and we are going to learn from that people. So another thing the youngsters do is a pleasing, try to flattering the things. They do a lot of flattering. Okay, boss, today you are wearing this thing, you are looking very smart. Boss, today is your birthday, here is your gift. These kind of tactics does not work in the real world actually. Guys, we should not flatter. The manager who is sitting over there, that person is having around, I guess, 10 to 15 years of experience. They know who is flattering and who is really praising them, right? We will get praise if you are listening to us. We are getting praise if you are like, okay, following us as a leaders and try to develop yourself. That is our like good stuff. So they need to understand these two major things. Firstly, open mind, learning attitude. That's two things really matter for any fresher when they're coming into the new job. And if you talk about the layoffs, if the person is get laid off, that's okay. So think upon in this way that you are going to get a new opportunity, might be that will take into another level. Learn and upgrade that moment. If you will think upon the negative situation, you will be getting into the dig. So if you really want to come out of all this kind of stress, you have to keep on learning, have to keep on applying, and definitely you are the better person that how they can find out the new things, new jobs. But to handle the layoff, that is the best way to.
Yeah.